Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we are going to configure a node manager and get that started. So I want to use this one for checking the logs. Touch node manager.log. I just want to confirm if it's log or logs. Let's just confirm that. BI node manager.properties. It's a log. You can see that. As I've not started it, so the file I'm touching it so that I can tail that file because I think the file will not update it when I tail it before it got created. So that's the reason I'm touching it. So the one thing I want to modify this before I go ahead is the listen address. I want to make sure that this listens on WLS-node, host one as the host name, rather than it's listening on a random localhost. Save and quit this file. So we're good to start node manager. Let's go to bin folder, and then let's do the same no hub. Start node manager ampersand. You can see the logs are getting updated both on the no hub as well as on the actual file over here. It seems to be looking good. So it's just taking the domain registration from the domain node manager to domain file. It's understanding the version of the property. It's also understanding the properties file as well, the node manager of properties. Again, the domain file, and then it is using the identity key store, which is created for demo JKS. So which is on the security folder. So that's basically, it's a common file which can be accessed by all those resources. And then it's loading certain properties from the properties file again. And then it has created implementation class for WebLogic, Node Manager Server, Classic Server. And it has started the Node Manager 5556 in WLS host 1. So it's perfect. It looks perfectly good. But that doesn't mean that it works. I mean, I want to be so negative about that, but let's just give it a try. So go to machines over here. Let's just do the configuration of the node manager as a machine. Click on lock and edit. Click on new. All right, so here give the WLS-host1, the host name of the machine. So it's much easier to identify if you have the host name of the machine given. Select Unix as the machine operating system. Then you're going to use SSL communication, and you can see over here it is started with secure socket listener SSL. So you have to use SSL in this scenario. So SSL, and you see the other methods also is over here. And this one is running with the WLS host 1, so I'm going to give that, and it's running with the 5556, which is the default port number. If it's for the script methods, right, either RSH or SSH, you need to give this node manager home folder and the shell command. You can enable debug, but you don't need it right now. So let's click on finish. Right. So now I don't see any update the logs, right? So let's just keep your eyes on the logs as well. Let's go over here. Let's first activate changes. So the changes has been activated. Let's go to monitoring. This is the truth. Right now it says reachable. There's no errors on the logs, which is good. And it's reachable. And I'm surprised that there is no errors on the logs. And you can see that you can read the log file as well. You don't really have to get to the command line to see the log file. You can see it from here. You can also go to the configuration. You can go to node manager. You can see the configuration over here. You can see the servers over here, which is part of the node manager, which is added to the node manager. So that's pretty much it. I think more complications would come in when we do the WLS no host 2, because that's a manual node manager. So I kind of expect some problems there. It's always good to expect some problems, to be frank, because that's when you actually learn. So when you add the host 2, and you're going to have another machine over here called WLS host 2. And when you have that added successfully, when you go to monitoring, it's going to say reachable. That's basically a success for us. for this entire training, to be precise, because that's the complicated one. And then you're going to create manage servers here on the next video, next section. And then there we will actually add the machines as part of the managed server on the next section. Thank you again for watching with patience. I'll see you on the next video.